Be careful what you tell yourself about your present circumstances. A mind saturated with negative thoughts leaves no room for positive ones. Strength lies in having solid self-esteem and self-awareness, without needing to seek other people's approval. If the world were perfect, we would have no purpose. Self-knowledge marks the beginning of true wisdom. It is not the mountain that we conquer, but our own demons. Waiting hurts, forgetting hurts, but indecision is the worst torment. Change in life only comes when we change our daily routines. I don't change, I just become more authentic. The more we value what is out of our control, the less control we have over our lives. The seed of success germinates in the belief that the future can be better and in the personal power to achieve it. Even in the deepest darkness, hope persists. Failure only comes when we abandon our efforts. Comfort can be deadly, while adventure strengthens the spirit. The path we fear most is usually the one we must travel. Sometimes moving forward, simply moving forward, is an act of heroism. We must give up our expectations to embrace the opportunities that await us. If the current path does not satisfy you, make a new one. Adversity does not divert our path, it is part of the journey itself. Difficulties awaken talents that remain dormant in good times. Storms strengthen and pass, so don't let yesterday tarnish your today. There is no someday, only now matters. Don't follow the beaten path, go into the unknown and leave your mark. Take the first step without having to see the entire staircase. Difficult times are temporary, but your strength is eternal. In the end, you will grow from each experience. Don't limit yourself by your past, the future is full of possibilities. Happiness does not always come from action, but no happiness exists without it. Learning from failure determines how far you will go in the pursuit of your dreams. Every challenge, failure and pain carries with it the seed of future growth. An educated mind can consider ideas without accepting them. What you do for yourself disappears with you, but what you do for others lives on as a legacy. Do not remain silent because you are not heard, every effort towards beauty has its value. Live in the present, because this is your life, 1 minute at a time. A mind expanded by new experiences will never return to its original size. Sometimes losing everything is the way to finding yourself. Courage is found in unexpected places. Look beyond the obvious, perspective is everything. Start where you are, with what you have, and do what you can. Stop not when you are tired, but when you have reached your goal. Being authentic is one of the greatest achievements. To get where you want, you must accept where you are now. If you are guided by other people's opinions, you will run out of fuel on your trip. We are not defined by our past, but by our present choices. Waiting forever is nothing more than a waste of time. The only limit to our future is doubt in the present. Time is precious. Use it wisely. Courage lies in letting go of the known. Always maintain a learning attitude. Never be too old to ask questions and never know too much to learn something new. Old habits will not open new doors. Optimism is the faith that leads to success. You can't do anything without hope and trust. Only those who dare to fail greatly will be able to achieve great things. There comes a time in your life when you have to choose between turning the page, writing another book, or simply closing it. If you're heartbroken, make art with the pieces. I hope you recover from things no one ever apologized for. There is no path to peace. The peace is the way. Reputation is what other people know about you. Honor is what you know about yourself. You can hold the past so tightly to your chest that it leaves your arms full to embrace the present. Success often comes to those who are too busy to seek it. You must live in the present. Throw yourself into each wave and find your eternity in each moment. Stand fully on your island of opportunity and look towards another land. There is no other land. There is no other life than this. Real, lasting change happens step by step. A trip can prevent a fall. Life is too short to waste time with people who don't respect, appreciate, or value you. The human ability to bear loads is like bamboo. Much more flexible than you would think at first glance. Sometimes you find yourself in the middle of chaos. And sometimes you find yourself in the middle of chaos. A goal does not always have to be achieved and often serves simply as something to aim for. Where there is ruin, there is hope for treasure. The mind is not a container that must be filled but a fire that must be lit. I survived because the fire inside me burned brighter than the fire around me. Our wounds are often the openings to the best and most beautiful part of us. Adversity is like a strong wind. It tears away all but the things that cannot be torn away so that we can see ourselves as we really are. The size of your dreams should always exceed your current ability to achieve them. It does not scare you. They are not big enough. Growth is painful. Change is painful. But nothing is as painful as being stuck somewhere you don't belong. It's not about being perfect. It's about effort. Every day is where transformation happens. We don't even know how strong we are until we are forced to bring out that hidden strength. You are in charge of your own happiness. You don't need to wait for other people's permission to be happy. Worry more about your character than your reputation because your character is who you really are, while your reputation is simply what others think you are. Our greatest battles are the ones we fight with our own minds. The experience is not what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you. It is not what you say with your mouth that determines your life. It's what you whisper to yourself that has the most power. Caution is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere. You can't change anyone, but you can be the reason someone changes. The most authentic thing about us is our ability to create, overcome, endure, transform, love, and be greater than our suffering. You can't protect yourself from sadness without protecting yourself from happiness. Let self-improvement keep you so busy that you don't have time to criticize others. Sometimes the place you are used to is not the place you belong. Even if you're on the right path, you'll get run over if you just sit there. Sometimes it takes overwhelming collapse to achieve undeniable progress. It is your reaction to adversity, not the adversity itself, that determines how your life story will unfold. Never let your sense of morality stop you from doing the right thing. Going through challenging things can teach you a lot and also makes you appreciate the moments that are not so challenging. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Do not resist. That only creates sadness. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally as they want. Failure is a curve in the road, not the end of the road. Learn from failure and keep moving forward. The only thing left to decide is what to do with the time we have been given. The gem cannot be polished without friction, nor can man be perfected without trials. Don't look at the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. The time you enjoy wasting is not time wasted. You will never find time for anything. If you want time, you should do it. A miracle is not winning the lottery. It's believing in yourself when you didn't before. Our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss. There is time for everything. If you find an unobstructed path, it probably won't lead you anywhere. The best view comes after the hardest climb. It always seems impossible until it's done. We can do whatever we want if we stick with it long enough. Keep your fears to yourself but share your courage with others. Look in the mirror. Lots from your competition. Any change, even a change for the better, is always accompanied by inconvenience and discomfort. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. The best preparation for tomorrow is to do the best you can today. Don't waste time knocking on a wall in the hopes of transforming it into a door. You become what you believe. Time is a created thing. Saying I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. It is the possibility of making a dream come true that makes life interesting. We must believe that we are gifted for something and that we must achieve it, whatever the cost. Prosperity is not without fears and disasters, and adversity is not without comforts and hopes. Sometimes you face difficulties not because you have done something wrong but because you have done something right. It is better to fail at originality than to succeed at imitation. If you dare not do anything, when the day is over, nothing will be all you have gained. The only real prison is fear, and the only real freedom is freedom from fear. We must never be desperate because we can never be hopelessly broken. When you compare the pains of real life with the pleasures of the imaginary, you will never want to live again, just dream forever. History will be kind to you because you intend to write it. Success does not happen overnight. It's when every day you become a little bit better than the day before. It all adds up. Pain and resilience coexist. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. The unhappiest people in this world are those who care the most what other people think. A problem is an opportunity for you to do the best you can. A failure is not always a mistake. It may simply be the best thing to do under the circumstances. The real mistake is to stop trying. The trick is to enjoy life. Don't want to waste your days waiting for better ones to come. Never regret a day in your life. Good mornings give you happiness. Bad days give you experience. You have to pay for every luxury, and everything is a luxury, starting with being in this world. Once you face your fear, nothing is as difficult as you think. Life is not as serious as the mind thinks it is. Do something today that your future self will thank you for. You can delay, but time will not. The art of living is a constant readjustment to our environment. Life is only precious because it ends. From suffering the strongest souls have emerged. The larger characters are full of scars. Now is not the time to think about what you don't have. Think about what you can do with what you have. Never bow your head, always keep it high. Look the world straight in the eyes. The oak struggled against the wind and broke. The willow bent when it should and survived. Act as if it were impossible to fail. The past is history, the future is a mystery. The here and now is a gift, that is why it is called present. I say luck is when an opportunity comes and you are prepared for it. Don't take life so seriously. You'll never come out of that alive. Within our dreams and aspirations, we find opportunities. It is confidence in our bodies, minds and spirits that allows us to continue seeking new adventures. True strength lies not in what you can do, but in overcoming what you once thought impossible. The path to success is littered with attractive parking areas. What sets you apart is what makes you captivating. It is crucial to forgive ourselves for our mistakes and learn from them to move forward. Pain strengthens you, tears give you courage, and heartbreak gives you wisdom. Thank the past for a better future. Most spend more time and energy on problems than finding solutions. Filter what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is genuinely yours. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was coming to an end, it transformed into a butterfly. It is the small details that make the difference. Small actions lead to big events. We build too many walls and too many bridges. Don't seek to be better than others, seek to improve yourself. Your past does not define you, it only gives you a starting point for who you will be. Sometimes the value of a moment is revealed only when it becomes a memory. Success only appears before work in the dictionary. Sometimes any decision, even the wrong one, is better than no decision at all. Don't raise your voice, enrich your argument. We may suffer many defeats, but we must never be defeated. We are not products of our circumstances, but of our decisions. The truth is not for everyone, but only for those who seek it. The first duty of a man is to think for himself. To succeed, he seizes opportunities as soon as you identify them. You can't change who you are, but you can change what you do. Resilience lies in knowing that you have the power and responsibility to rise up. True wisdom involves thinking with your head and feeling with your heart. Anxiety arises not from thinking about the future, but from wanting to control it. You are your best ally. Start with what is necessary, move to what is possible, and you will end up doing the impossible. The world you long for can be real. If it's worth it, set aside the time needed each day to make it happen. You will fail 100% of the attempts you do not make. Don't let yesterday consume your today. Accept temporary disappointment, but always keep hope alive. Learn to let go, to free yourself from the stress that you never had under control. Opportunities don't arise, we create them. To savor the best days of your life, you must overcome some difficult days. Life is a race against time, so make sure you enjoy the ride. Every achievement begins with a burning desire. If something is wrong, fix it now, but don't wallow in worry. Inaction in the face of challenges solves nothing. If you are not willing to take risks, you will settle for the ordinary. Challenges are opportunities that push us to find a new balance. Don't confront them, just find a new perspective to overcome them. Don't be discouraged. Often, it is the last key on the key ring that opens the lock. Nothing is permanent in this ever-changing world, not even our problems. To achieve great things, we must act and dream, plan and believe. Climb the mountain to see the world, not to be seen by it. The biggest mistake you can make is fearing constant failure. Work tirelessly in silence and let your achievements speak for themselves. Fears are forged in inactivity and overcome with action. You will never be able to defeat the one who never gives up. If you don't stand up for your principles, you will end up giving in to anything. Your determination to succeed is more valuable than anything else. When we strive to improve, our circumstances improve as well. If something is important to you, you will find a way, not an excuse. No matter how hard you work to improve, there will always be someone willing to challenge you. What we achieve internally shapes our external world. Every day is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so make every moment count. Don't be afraid to give up the good for something even better. The pain looks back. Worry looks around. Faith looks up. You won't find your true passion by settling for the ordinary. Those who illuminate the lives of others cannot hide that light from themselves. Failure paves the way to success. Isn't it in moments of loss that we truly find ourselves? Motivation drives you to start, but it is habit that keeps you on track. If you really want to change your life, you will find a way, otherwise, you will find an excuse. Always do your best, even when the odds are against you. Your mind will find answers if you learn to relax and wait. Many of the greatest feats in the world have been accomplished by those who persevered when all seemed lost. Only you decide if your future will reflect your past. The best option is always to keep moving forward. By lighting the path of others, you also light your own. If you do what you are passionate about and what makes you happy, you will go further than most. Let your work speak for itself, don't interrupt him. All progress happens outside your comfort zone. The only way to avoid criticism is to do nothing, be nothing, say nothing. Your mind is powerful. By filling it with positive thoughts, your life changes. The secret to change is building something new, not resisting the old. Dreams require action. If you spend too much time thinking about something, you will never achieve it. Don't wait to reach your goal to feel proud, feel it in every step. If everything seems under control, you may not be going fast enough. The decision to act is the most difficult, the rest is persistence. Life is hard but beautiful. The question is not who will let you, but who will stop you. He who never made mistakes never tried anything new. Every failure is a lesson. If you are not willing to fail, you are not ready to succeed. Over time, I learned that fear diminishes when you decide to act. If you don't sacrifice yourself for what you want becomes a sacrifice. Pain is weakness leaving your body. You never lose your strength, sometimes you forget it. Unfaced fear becomes your limit. If you only do what you can already do, you will never be more than you are now. The past is in your mind, the future is in your hands. A sword is forged in fire. Many failures occur when you don't realize how close you are to success when you give up. If it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. Difficult days shape you. The hardest times often lead to the best. The magic is in the work you avoid. The day you plant the seed is not the day you harvest the fruit. You have survived 100% of your difficult days. Pain tells you that you have been hurt, but also that you are still alive. Winners have lost more times than losers have tried. The problem is not weakness, it is the weak mentality that refuses to change. Perseverance is a series of short runs, not one long one. Never forget why you started. If you can't overcome fear, do it with fear. You kill more dreams than failure. When everything seems to be against you, never give up. Dear, I invite you to share in the comments the phrase that you liked the most or that inspired you. If you want more inspiring content full of wisdom like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss any videos. See you in the next video. May wisdom and love guide every step of your path.